China testing flying submarine. Or submarine drone? Chinese scientists are dealing with a flying submarine idea that can submerged in water and fly in the air. An examination group from Nanjing University of Aeronautics and Astronautics in eastern China professed to have constructed and tried a model submarine unmanned vessel, equipped for flying in the air at high velocity, detailed the South China Morning Post on August 8, 2022. Specialists depicted that the unmanned vessel is driven by 4 propellers, including a couple at the front that slants, while noticing that it can move toward a submerged objective gradually and wait in a specific region for long lengths. The unmanned vessel has 2 enormous wings that crease over its back when it skims submerged, offering it a smoothed-out submarine shape, which lessens drag and gives higher versatility. The wings expand when the unmanned vessel arrives at the outer layer of the water, empowering it to fly at a speed of 120 km per hour, 2 times faster than normal unmanned systems. It consumes little energy while cruising in fixed-wing mode, so it can play out a few quick, long-range missions in the air. Professor Ange Haesong, lead project researcher, expounded on the unmanned systems in a paper distributed in the Companion Explored Unmanned Systems Technology in June. Ange's group created 2 downsized models with wing ranges of around 2 meters, announced South China Morning Post. The greatest test looked by Ange's group was during the takeoff, as the vessel couldn't rise straightforwardly out of the water on account of the surface waves and the unmanned vessel concurrent cooperation with air and water, bringing about an unsteady takeoff process. Ange and his group fostered a perplexing control instrument to resolve this issue, empowering the submarine to coast on the waves prior to creating the lift for takeoff. Likewise, the submarine has an airbag on underside, can be overwhelmed to change the lightness so it can keep a specific profundity without making commotion with its propellers. Flying submarines, they are fundamentally for military applications. Some can fly at supersonic speed, the analyst told South China Morning Post. China sees these transmedia vessels as one of the least expensive and best method for obliterating the guard arrangement of a plane-carrying warship armada, as per Ji Wanfeng, a teacher with the Naval Aviation University in Yontai, Shandong region. Ji Wanfeng and his partners gauged that the diverse guard arrangement of present-day warships can shoot down around half of the approaching dangers like planes, rockets, or customary unmanned systems. In any case, a transmedia vessel can get through these layers of protections, as it can jump submerged when recognized by radar and re-emerge to dodge the boat's sonar framework. As per Ji Wanfeng, just a modest bunch of these unmanned vessel could confound or try and overpower a warship's PC. Such unmanned systems can accomplish effective negative marks against the foe's key targets. It will clearly turn into a strong enhancement to the Chinese Navy's current hardware, battle strategies, and strategies, Ji's paper said. U.S. Navy also explored flying submarines. The U.S. Navy likewise concentrated on the plausibility of the Submersible Aircraft Concept, which was distributed in 2010. Be that as it may, dissimilar to the Chinese maritime specialists who imagine the flying submarines as means to obliterate plane-carrying warships, the U.S. Navy's motivation for its sub-airplane was to get exceptional activities powers, SOFs, all through challenged regions clandestinely. The U.S. Navy concocted 2 sub-airplanes plans, named Variation 1 and Variation 2, in light of the prerequisites framed by the U.S. Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, DARPA, in its Concept of Operations, CONOPS. According to DARPA's CONOPS and the ends arrived at by the U.S. Navy's review, the vehicle would be sent by any surface vessel with the ability to convey it and spot it in the water. The submarine will be set in the water more than 2 inflatable floats, which would discredit the pull impact a structure can have on the water's surface. It will take off utilizing 2 turbofan motors push the vehicle up to 185 km per hour. The vehicle would keep on flying until it was about 12 nautical miles, approximately 22 kilometers, from the shore, after which a country's regional waters start. This is so that regardless of whether someone detects the airplane flying, apparently to be flying over worldwide waters. The vehicle would draw nearer to the shore entirely lowered and send the exceptional administrators by means of its lids. They would then arrive at the shore utilizing sub-bikes or swimming, leading undercover activities in hostile area. The US Navy tried a scale model and deduced in its report that possible vehicle ideas can be produced utilizing current innovation and materials to plan and construct genuine exceptional tasks flying submarines. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe.